Hi everybody, welcome to the Sage Centaurus channel. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. I am Lauren. Today we're going to be doing another timeless pick-a pile reading, taking a look at what is coming up in your next chapter in life. So we're going to be looking at tarot, oracle cards. We'll pull some clarifiers as needed, and then we will get some advice from spirit for you. So for those of you who are new to pick-a-pile readings, this is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. Go ahead, meditate on the piles, pause the video if you need to, select the pile or piles you are most drawn to, and you can scroll on down to the description box and select the timestamp for your reading, and I will meet you there. Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. You selected this beautiful double terminated clear quartz and the True North Tarot. So we'll go ahead and jump into the tarot right away, and then I'll pull up your pre-shuffled oracle cards. I'm going to give this a couple good shuffles. We'll see what is coming up for you in your next chapter. Again, we're going to be looking at tarot, oracle, get some clarifiers and advice from spirit. For those of you who would like to book a private reading with me, you can do so by scrolling down to the description box. There's some information down there on how to do that. I only book through my website or through email. So if anybody ever reaches out to you to solicit a booking, know that that is a scammer. Okay, you guys, let's take a look at it. What is coming up in your next chapter? What is coming up in pile 1's next chapter? Spirit, what is coming up in pile 1's next chapter? It's too many. What's coming up in pile 1's next chapter? I'll take this one. We've got the 8 of Wands. What's coming up in pile 1's next chapter? We've got Death reversed. And we've got the Tower reversed and the 2 of Coins reversed. Bottom of the deck is Strength. So let's get your oracle cards. Okay, so we've got Fire, Panther, Environment, the Collector, Saturn return, Amazonite, loosen your grip. I'm gonna move this over here. Okay, you guys, this is a very intense pile. So either you're coming up on your Saturn return or you're going through it. I'm trying to think of which age that occurs at. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But I will put it as like a note on the screen here. That's an intense period of time. There were a lot of lessons, kind of working through some karma, closing out karmic cycles, some very tough challenges though, that ultimately do spur tons and tons and tons of growth. And it looks like what is going to come through this Saturn return period is getting a stronger idea of like who you are, your identity, really kind of falling into it and kind of just like really owning it. Like no apologies, being who you are, owning who you are, and being proud of who you are. Kind of learning also too, I think, to get your own voice here. And to not be afraid to be assertive. Not be afraid to go after what you want. There is also a lot of fire energy coming through here. And I feel like you're going to go through some kind of like purging or cleansing. Like the Panther card is all about purging and cleansing the unnecessary. I'm seeing here this Environment, the Collector card. I think there might be a lot of stuff sitting in the subconscious, like shadow work that needs to be done. Just clutter that needs to be cleared out in order for your own like beautiful, authentic energy to come out and shine. Perhaps as this is approaching, or even if you're right in the middle of it, you have felt a little out of balance, like, which way do I go? I don't know what to do next. I need some clarity, and just like feeling, maybe even perhaps trying to get that clarity from the outside instead of the inside. Going around and asking, what should I do? Instead of kind of maybe listening to your gut. That would only be for some of you. But I feel like there's like a big transformation coming in here. Big time for you. A full overhaul, getting your voice. Amazonite stimulates the 5th chakra, and it's the stone of telling the truth, speaking your truth. So I definitely see, and with the Strength card too, I'm thinking of 3rd chakra, ego center, really connecting in with who you are and finding strength in that, in your own identity, owning that, being proud of that, feeling solid in that. And speaking your truth here, clearing the clutter, clearing what holds you back. There may have been, or there has been some resistance to that up until this point, but I feel like with the Saturn return, there's like nothing that we can do to kind of skirt this work, like escape this work. You are going to be changing from the inside out. Really figuring out what lights your fire, what lights you up inside. And not being afraid to go after it. Not being afraid to be your authentic self. Perhaps you've been hiding that part of yourself. Or perhaps it's just been really difficult for you to get in touch with that part of yourself. Maybe there's parts of yourself that are buried very deeply within the subconscious, that just need to be uncovered. You know, things can get buried in the subconscious when we're younger. If we're made to feel like ashamed for things that are just really benign and neutral, but you know, friends, family, cultures believe that they're undesirable traits or qualities, and they kind of like push that upon people. With good intention, they believe that they're going to be more successful. You know, in general, people believe will be more successful if they follow rules of tradition. But truth be told, those things don't work for everybody. Those rules don't work for everybody. And they make a lot of people feel suppressed, like they have no identity, they don't know who they are, they can't find happiness. So I'm getting the feeling that maybe you've been bumping up against these issues for some time, and you've been kind of looking for a way to make a change. Like you can feel something coming And I feel like you want to dig a little bit deeper to figure out who you are, what direction you want to go in life, but you're just maybe haven't been finding those answers, and perhaps you've been looking external, not within the self. So we need to go within. We need to dig deep and uncover and clear out this clutter. Do this purging of any traditions, some programming, religious programming, family programming, things that people tell us, rules that we need to follow in order to be successful, because that's what makes the vast majority of in that culture, in that tradition, in that religion, in that family successful. We need to clear all of that out because it's blocking progress. It's blocking you from your own authentic energy. So I think this next chapter that's coming up for you is you really are going to be asked to dig deep within the self. And it's difficult work. It's very emotional work, but it's so rewarding. And this is actually really cool to see, because on the other side of this work is literally your highest and best good. You're going to be shining with your own authentic energy here, speaking your truth and feeling confident in that, feeling whole in that, feeling grounded in that. And once you align with your own authentic energy, you can manifest like crazy. I mean, it takes focus and you have to do the things, right? But you're going to start drawing things towards you that really start to align with you and really bring out authentic joy from within. Not just be happy about this because everyone is supposed to be happy about this. No, I'm going to be happy about this coming into my life because it really makes me smile. Like, authenticity to the max here. And I also think that anybody that kind of comes for you, if anybody does come for you, you're going to be able to defend yourself. You're going to feel confident enough in where you're going and who you are to maybe not even be bothered, but to also, like, I see you communicating boundaries here as well. That's what I'm trying to say. So like kind of standing firm in your identity and where you're going and drawing up boundaries and knowing that when people cross those boundaries, you have to speak up and say something or remove yourself from the situation because maybe that just isn't a good fit for you. But there is some major work coming in here, and I feel like with the Tower especially being reversed, we have to go within. This isn't some kind of breaking down the foundation from the external. This is breaking down the foundation internally. This is internal, deep, dark work that we have to do. It's stuff that's buried away, clutter that clouds our intuition, that clouds our idea of our own authentic selves. So you really, I just see like a massive purging here. Saying goodbye to people, places, things that maybe you've outgrown. And I think what might even be the catalyst is you might feel this like wave of inspiration towards something that really like lights you up beyond belief and compels you to push forward into this work. But a major shift is coming in, getting outside of your comfort zone, clearing things away, growing. So much tremendous growth is coming from this. Some maturity, maturation is coming through. Saturn is a very tough teacher. We hate him for it, but we love him for the growth that he forges within us. His lessons are not fun. His work is not fun. Obviously, Saturn doesn't have a gender, but I'm just saying his lessons and work are not fun, but they are so worth it. Saturn is like that stern parent that ultimately wants you to be happy, but is like all for who you are authentically, not just telling you what to do just to tell you what to do, because that's the way, you know, people learn and need to be raised. Like, Saturn wants you to be solid in your authentic self. Saturn wants you to be a solid individual, successful, grounded. Saturn is all about boundaries too. Healthy boundaries. Giving yourself healthy boundaries and setting healthy boundaries with others. Anyone who encroaches on this work, Saturn is going to ask you to set up boundaries. Stand up for yourself. Speak your truth. Okay, let's get a few clarifiers here. See if we can get any more information. I'm going to use the Mushroom Tarot. All right. Please clarify the Eight of Wands. Four of Wands. Yeah, something that really makes you feel at home, like lit up and supported. Love all that fire energy right there. Let's get one more. One more on the Eight of Wands, please. Two of Wands, more fire energy. So feeling at a crossroads, this or that, and choosing, I think, something that really lights you up. Kind of learning to navigate by following your own authentic joy. And what makes you feel solid in that? I think that's what's going to like spur a lot of this work. Is you're going to say, you know what? I'm just gonna, honestly, I feel like you're just gonna be like, I'm just gonna start following kind of what makes me happy. And I feel like as a result of doing that, you may start to feel pushback from what's around you. And those that push back against you following your own authentic joy, that's when you're going to be able to really clarify like who or what or where the issue is, what is blocking you, and you're gonna know where to set up boundaries. Things that come in and try to encroach on this process are going to like pop up right away. And you know, putting up those boundaries is not easy. It can be difficult, especially if these are long-standing relationships or people you care deeply about that may be coming in and blocking this work or telling you, oh, maybe you don't want to go down that path. You know, everybody else goes down this path, and maybe people might, you know, a lot of people like to say, oh, people might think you're weird, or that's outside the box, or that's not usual, that's not what we usually do in this family, like things like that. Like people might say things like that, and you're gonna know, okay, this is somebody trying to shape me into somebody else, when you really should be following your true authentic joy. That is your guide. So I feel like that's going to spur a lot of this work. And then people who object to this, who object to you following your own beautiful, unique journey, they're going to pop up and you're going to know exactly like who you need to set boundaries with. Okay. Please clarify death reversed. The Moon. Subconscious energy there. That's Pisces energy. That's also Pisces and Scorpio energy here. So kind of like, I feel just like uprooting things from the subconscious. And maybe it's not saying a hard goodbye to people in your life, but kind of setting up those boundaries here. I'm looking at these rings of Saturn and like saying, this is my space and you stay on the other side of my rings. Okay, thanks. And like, just kind of like trusting your gut, trusting your intuition to tell you when something is amiss. Kind of this transformation, I feel like, involves really changing your mind about the source of the information like you get as to where to go next in your life or what to do in your life. Perhaps largely it has been coming in from external sources, like I said earlier, and I think as a result of this transformation, you are going to be learning to go from what your gut says, what your heart says, where you are driven to go, where you are drawn to go, kind of learning to really trust and rely on your intuition here to guide you to your highest good. Things may not seem so clear. And when they don't seem clear, we need to go within to figure out, to get that clarity. Because sometimes things in the external world just don't make sense. And you have to just follow your gut. When it gets to be that way. I was thinking of something else, but it just kind of flew away. Let's get one more clarifier for death. Justice. Bringing what's fair. Bringing things into balance. Like reinstating the sense of fairness. And there's boundaries there. Cutting away things that don't make sense for you. Making things right. Learning to trust your own judgment as well. Becoming solid in that. But I get the energies of boundaries as well with justice. And kind of really cutting away what doesn't fit anymore so that you can restore balance in your own energy in your own life here. Okay, but you are going through a very big transformation. We got the World that just popped out. Again, a level up, a big change coming through. I didn't really say to clarify anything with that, so I'm just going to take that as an overall message that there is a, like, literally a massive level up coming through for you guys. And it's going to be challenging, okay? But it's so worth it on the other side. So much growth. Like, you're literally at the end of a massive cycle in your life. And the world involves saying your goodbyes to things that you've outgrown, similar to death. But it's like, it's almost like, I hate to compare it to this, but say you're playing like Super Mario Brothers or something on Nintendo. And you're at the end of like this massive world or this massive level and it's time to go to the next world. Like literally that's kind of like what it is. It's like you beat all these little sub levels and you beat the entire world and now it's on to the next world or next like major, set of levels. And so after the world, we become the Fool again and we restart a fresh journey and fresh energy outside of our comfort zone. And the universe rewards you with that because you've earned it. Because you can be successful in that. You're able to stand on your own 2 feet. You're able to handle whatever comes your way. The universe wouldn't reward you with the world unless you were really ready for it. So this is a beautiful, beautiful new cycle coming in for you. Ending an old way of doing things. I feel like there's a lot of karmic work here coming through too, and some shadow work, some like really breaking some chains here that have kind of held you in place and maybe kind of kept you wondering like, where do I need to go? And maybe wondering like who you truly are, feeling maybe slightly disconnected from yourself. So I feel like all that clarity is going to start to come through once you learn to reach within. Please clarify the Tower reversed. 7 of Swords, uncovering hidden information. I feel like this is uncovering hidden information that's within the self. Kind of maybe things that we, it's like, how do I explain this? So say something happened to you when you were a kid and you were just doing something like a kid, like, you know what, we're little kids, we're literally learning like every second. I can't, like, no wonder they're crabby all the time, crying. Because they're literally encoding so much information on a constant basis, and they're literally exploring the world in like a sensory manner. Everything is like sensory experience, and they're just kind of following what makes them happy. And it's what we do when we're kids. But then all of a sudden, say you're doing something that makes you happy, and you know, your parents come along or some other adult comes along and says, no, you can't do that. I don't understand why you're doing that. How dare you do that? And then you have this like sense of shame and embarrassment and that trauma as a child. You know, you learn that it's unsafe to kind of always follow, you know, what makes you happy, you know, and it makes you feel unsafe in trusting yourself. So that you kind of learn to depend on institutions and structures and programming that the outside world kind of sets up for you to, like, barriers, rules to follow. And you fall back onto those and fall away from your authentic self as a child. So we bury those things deep within the subconscious, right? Because as a child, we're learning at a very high rate, a rapid rate. And it's like, oh, that's bad. Tuck it away, don't ever want to experience that again, and then you kind of forget about it. And so you have all this stuff buried in the subconscious that needs to come out. And it's stuff that you are hiding from yourself. It's stuff that is hidden in there. Okay, so the Tower reverse is a major transformation in covering this information that is hidden, and kind of sifting through it is not easy work. And it's like reliving those traumas again. But as an adult and working on your identity and knowing what's truly right from wrong, and that not everybody falls into the same bucket, and it's okay to be your authentic self, and it's okay to be unique, and it's okay to not follow traditions. It's okay to not follow certain traditional rules and guidelines, you know, set up by religion and, you know, expectations from family and stuff like that. We're unique individuals. Like, we have to operate in our own authentic energy. So really uncovering kind of what blocks that, and things that maybe have happened to you when you were younger or growing up, this programming that comes in that kind of tells you, no, it's not okay to be yourself here, and kind of going and taking a look at it and doing this like work of self-reclamation and observing what happened, you know, maybe as a child and as an adult, looking at it and saying, you know, actually that wasn't so bad. And just because I, you know, I don't know, I'm like thinking of such bad examples right now, but just because I didn't want to be a doctor and I wanted to be a writer doesn't make me a horrible person. Some people's families like really come down on them for stuff like that, and it can be traumatizing. So it's kind of like going through and clearing away things that you've hidden away from yourself, aspects of yourself that you've buried away because you felt you were made to feel that they were danger, they were no good. Just kind of working and uncovering that and learning way more about yourself in the process, and coming to it from like a grown-up frame of mind and processing it finally, and learning that that part of yourself is okay to come out into the light, to not have like hidden in the shadows. That's your authentic energy. There's fragments of ourselves that we keep buried within. So I feel like this is really kind of digging that up and bringing it to light here. 2 of Coins reverse. Please clarify the Hierophant. And here we are, tradition. I feel like maybe a tradition you've been leaning on tradition or leaning on external sources, resources, institutions to kind of guide you in your life to where you need to go. And I feel like now it's getting to a point where it's really not aligning and we're becoming very unbalanced and feeling uncomfortable in this situation. I'm sorry, I don't know what just happened with my voice. A Hierophant is well-intended energy, right? To keep people safe, solid. But it doesn't work for everybody. Tradition is not for everybody. Tradition is nice, but we have to have boundaries when it starts to encroach on our own happiness. And so I feel like this is kind of really taking a hard look at what external programming and information has come in, and how do we go in and uninstall it and allow our natural self to come in and fill up that space, our own natural, beautiful, authentic energy to come in and fill up that space that programming, things external to self was occupying, to kind of hoping to guide us. But really our own guidance comes from within. It's our internal compass. We know right from wrong, like innately. Like, you know what feels right for you, what feels wrong for you. You don't need somebody else to tell you that. And I feel like we're like at the precipice here where we really feel like something is not working and the information I'm getting from outside is not helping me find direction. Okay. And please clarify strength. 8 of Cups. Yep. You also got 9 of Wands. I feel like this is going to be heavy lifting, you guys, but well worth it. The 9 of Wands is like, oh my God, this work is insane. I feel like I have fallen down a flight of stairs, but I still believe in the process and I feel like it's going somewhere good. So I'm not going to give up on myself. I'm not going to give up. This is the energy of not giving up, and it's also the energy of boundaries. Okay, protecting yourself and not giving up. Developing that strength, getting your inner voice, speaking your truth, standing behind your truth, especially truth here with justice as well. And the 8 of Cups, leaving what's no longer emotionally fulfilling for you in search of your fulfillment. What makes me happy? And finally, understanding what makes you happy and leaving what doesn't make you happy in search of that. I feel like you're going to be really doing you're really going to be achieving clarity here and doing so much work in the process. So really take care of yourself. But you're going to get that clarity you're seeking, and you are going to start a fresh journey towards what really lights you up, what makes you fulfilled. 9 of Wands is also fire energy, kind of having that passion and the belief in something, even when the roadmap has like burned down to the ground, trusting in your gut that you know you're going in the right direction, and having hope that things will pan out. So learning to go within, trusting your gut, and like letting that guide you towards your fulfillment here. This is an amazing reading. Oh my God. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. How perfect. Kind of doing this review, looking back at where you were and how far you've come and where you want to go, and kind of feeling like you have a new lease on life. Like this massive growth is coming in, massive clarity, kind of understanding like how everything kind of fell into place and what was driving you before wasn't authentic, and learning to realign with what does truly authentically drive you, and seeing the bigger picture and just having so much strength in that. This is like, you're gonna feel like you have a brand new lease on life here. And once all is said and done, let's get some advice cards for you, pile 1. I'm going to use Inquire Within. Advice cards for pile 1, please. Being yourself is sacred. Oh my God, you guys. You're going to be doing such good work. This is, I don't want to say this is my favorite work, but it is my favorite work. It's hard work, but this is like, I have Chiron's Alchemy, which is my separate business, intuitive life coaching, and this is like, this is what it's all about, doing this work. And you're gonna come to see that the more you fall into your own authentic energy, the more doors are gonna open for you. Okay, you're gonna feel like you're not running into walls. It's literally your sacred path to your highest good. Operate in your authentic energy as much as you can, and you will have so much more joy in your life. So many more doors will open up for you to places that lead to authentic joy, happiness, what really drives you, what really makes you feel fulfilled. So just stay focused on being yourself no matter what. And if somebody tells you that's not okay for being yourself, you know, when you're being yourself, know that, oh, time to put up a boundary here. Okay, that person is not helping me. It's okay to feel feelings. Okay, so that's important when you're going within, looking at things that you're uprooting from some time ago and reliving that pain. You have to feel these feelings and you have to process them. It's just a part of the work. Honor your feelings, never ignore them, okay? Especially too, like, even if you're not doing this, you know, deep subconscious overhaul, deep cleaning, just like, maybe you felt learn to numb yourself too, because of, you know, you're like, oh, I have to follow the pre-prescribed plan, you know, for my life, and maybe sometimes I don't feel happy doing what I'm doing, but I'm just going to shove that away because maybe one day it'll get me to a place where I, you know, feel better. And no, your feelings are telling you something is wrong. We have to listen to our feelings, okay? So learn to really sit with your feelings. If you find that you're feeling something, you know, like feelings can be uncomfortable, of course, especially if you're not used to sitting in them, and you find yourself looking for distractions, like eating or shopping or, I don't know, just doing anything to ignore your feelings. Know that we need to kind of come back and sit down and process what we're feeling. Journaling is very helpful with that as well. So don't ignore your feelings. They are telling you very important information. Okay, last one, rest. Yes, absolutely. This is going to be very challenging work, and it's going to use a lot of your energy, okay? And you can't be giving it to other people. You have to give it to yourself. Now is the time to be selfish. Now is the time to draw boundaries. Now is the time to say, I need space to rest. I can't fix everything right now. I can't do everything you want me to do right now. I am doing everything I need to do for myself right now. And sometimes all you can do is just rest, okay? And you're going to feel like, you're gonna feel tired. This work is not easy. It, like I said before, it uses a lot of energy. So get as much rest as you can to heal, okay, to process what's going on. It's not a competition, okay? So also to the bottom of the deck energy there, just take your time. Don't feel like there's a finish line you have to get to, or you're behind the rest of society. Like, we all have our own unique path. Literally, there is no competition because everything is that unique. And tradition, you know, programming from society, religion, whatever, can make us feel like the sense of scarcity and like if I don't do this, somebody else is going to do it and take it away from me. But that's not the case, because there's enough room at the table for everybody. But we all need to make sure that we're on our own unique, authentic path. Okay, so if you're looking around at what others are doing and maybe you're feeling a little behind, none of that matters. All that matters is you need to work on figuring out who you are, getting solid and stable in that, clearing away anything that blocks you from that journey of self-discovery, so that you can really get a solid sense of who you are, where you're going, and what brings you authentic joy. Okay, let's get a few more clarifiers. Not clarifiers, sorry, advice cards. I've got 2 here, I'll read these to you. Surrender. Are there relationships, places, or perspectives that I've outgrown and am still holding on to? How would it feel to surrender and fully trust what is meant for me? Won't miss me. How can I take a step toward letting go today? I surrender my need to control the situation and trust that life has better things in store for me. I don't think that could be any more perfect. That message is pretty clear. Learn. How have I chosen to become a student of life? What are areas of growth that I'd like to continue to pursue? What is something that I've learned recently that has shifted a paradigm for me? I am available to learn and grow, and in doing so, I magnify what's possible for my life. So really opening doors for yourself here, you guys. One more card, please. Sweat. I feel like I always get this card. Sweating is one of the most beneficial practices for all of the body's functions. In a world overridden with toxins, sweating is vital for detoxification, cleansing, purging, and overall health. What is an invigorating and enjoyable way of allowing my body to sweat? Today, I will move until I sweat. Try an infrared sauna, a hot bath, or even a cycle class, okay? So that'll help you clear out some energy as well. So get some movement going, some flow going with that fire energy too. And that's like physical energy here. So I think movement is going to help you in this process as well. Bottom of the deck is gratitude. I allow myself to receive and marinate in the goodness that life has gifted to me. In cultivating gratitude for what presently is, I'm opening myself up to the more that I am desiring. All of life is worthy of celebration. I begin my Thanksgiving journey by noticing the warmth of my morning coffee and the subtle sounds that surround me. So being in the moment. That's also really important for catching yourself falling into programmed behaviors and programmed thoughts. Because when you're in the moment, you're like, oh wait, why am I doing this again? If this doesn't make me happy? And kind of diving in and exploring that. Good to keep a journal on you, or like record your thoughts during this time, but try to stay as present as possible in this process. It's gonna really help you catch yourself in subconscious program behaviors that you need to rewrite. All right, pile one, this is all I have for you. You have a lot going on here, and I am so happy for you. This is an incredible journey. It looks like you're going on. And I wish you all the best. If you're ever interested in booking a private reading, you can do so by scrolling down below. I have information down there in the description box on how to do that. If this reading resonated, if you liked it, please hit the like button, drop me a comment. That would be amazing. I would really appreciate that. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. That would really help me grow. All right, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You guys selected this gorgeous Smoky Citrine. and the Serpentfire Tarot. So let's go ahead and jump in. We're going to be looking at tarot, oracle cards, which I've pre-shuffled. We'll get some clarifiers and some advice from Spirit. So for those of you who are looking to book a private reading with me, information on how to do that is down below in the description box. I only book through my website and over email, so if anybody ever DMs you looking to book a reading, know that that person is probably a scammer. Okay. So they're shuffling very nicely, except for that part. Okay, one more. What is Pile 2's next chapter? Ten of Swords. Four of Wands. Six of Wands. Queen of Swords. Bottom of the deck is Ace of Swords. A lot of masculine energy coming through here. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles as well. Okay, and let's get your oracle cards. We've got the Lovers, Elephant, a lot of fire energy and air energy, Intellect, the Crone, Waxing Crescent, and a fresh start, or start fresh, Chrysacola. All right. I see tons of clarity coming in for you in this next chapter that's coming up, like making a lot of decisions, cutting away perhaps some, like I just see this ending of like negative self-talk, harmful thoughts, anxieties, thinking of worst case scenario, and kind of like doing away with those bad habits. Finding stability, finding your joy, finding, you know, a place that makes you feel like home and grounded. So where you're not flying up into your head into this like never-ending cycle that can really do a lot of damage, a lot of harm. Maybe you're just kind of like sick of it. You're like, I'm sick of this ruminating. And maybe it's just like the environment that you've been in that makes you feel like unsafe and you're constantly questioning things, maybe constantly questioning yourself. And just kind of like feeling like on edge mentally. I feel like we're moving away from that. We're moving to a place that feels like more like home, like we're with our tribe. So maybe you're cutting a lot of people out of your life that don't bring you joy and happiness. Maybe people that make you feel on edge or make you question yourself. You're saying goodbye to them, or situations that, you know, put you in that mental state, or that make it easy for you to fly up into that mental state. I see some discernment coming in here, just in like the company you keep in general. Finding people that align more with you, like an authentic energy. And maybe the people that you've been keeping around you before, the company that you've been with, or environment, situations that you've been putting yourself in the past, just always like maybe just didn't align completely. So you just never felt like you could really be yourself in those situations. And I'm seeing your tribe come through here and really feeling like a sense of peace and success. And maybe even people are going to be starting to look up to you here. getting out of ruminating thoughts and more into your body, into your physical space. Spending less time up in the head worried about stuff that's gonna come through or stuff that's gonna happen. Kind of like maybe spending too much time in the past or the future, up in your mind. I just see like there was just a lot of worry, and it's like this conscious decision to move away from that into something that aligns better with you, that's going to prevent you from wanting to do this, to fly up into the head. This discernment is coming in, this clarity is coming in, having boundaries with the Queen of Swords, and knowing like what you need to focus your energy on, who you need to focus your energy on, like having that clarity there. Cutting away what doesn't fit, like unapologetically. Really owning your time, your life, your energy, your mental space. And the clarity coming through with the Ace of Swords, like a fresh start in like your thought process and like how you approach things, how you communicate with others is going to go through a massive shift here. Like a fresh, like just kind of turning the page here, which would make sense for a new chapter. Like there's this energy of like being very wise coming through, and tapping into like almost like energy that's like encoded in your DNA, like ancestral energy. Maybe this is like a psychic knowing, like a claircognizance coming through, but just kind of like maybe you're going to be moving into doing something more with like your mind, your third eye. I just see you kind of clearing the clutter in that space to make room for like this beautiful burst of clarity to come through that allows you to communicate messages that are like beyond your lifetime, if that makes sense. Like wise, old, ancient energy, especially with the crone. Like that's wise. Elephants are wise. Elephants have excellent memory. Your memory, you may also feel like your memory is improving as well, because you're not gonna be in this state of anxiety and apprehension. It's like kind of leaving that behind and allowing things to just flow. Having that clarity of mind is incredible. And it's like you're just getting started here. There's so much. There's like so much good that can come in. There's so much that you can create once you lift this veil of anxiety. The waxing crescent is all about getting started on your intentions and really putting out that first burst of work towards things. And having the energy, having the time, having the space, having the desire to do that work. Fresh start coming in as well. Fresh start in Ace of Swords. I mean, that couldn't be more perfect. Maybe you will be saying goodbye. Maybe you're moving. But there's a major choice coming in here with the Lover's energy. Making some major choices. Or maybe you've found your tribe and maybe you've found your other half. And this is also helping you kind of free up some space mentally. Somebody that truly aligns with you and there's no more anxiety. Hey, does this person like me? Or just constantly worrying about it. It's just like more of an authentic, beautiful, aligned match. And you can free up mental space to kind of explore you like where you want to go. what you want to do. But I do see that like your intuition is going to be lighting up. Like you're gonna be getting, I just think you're gonna be getting some crazy good messages, like from ancestors, from spirit guides, just from your like your own beautiful intuition. I feel like you're an old soul, and you're really going to start to unlock that energy, that wisdom, that intellect. I want to get more clarifiers here, see what else we can see. Pile 2 clarifiers, please. We'll use the Mushroom Tarot. Please clarify the Ten of Swords. 8 of Cups reversed. This hesitation to leave something behind, maybe even being really worried about separating from something you've dumped a lot of emotional energy into, or energy in general into, emotional investment, and it's just not giving everything you needed to give. And it's kind of like this hesitation to say goodbye, to start something new, to start something fresh. Maybe you've been wrestling with making that move there. One more card, please, for the Ten of Swords. 9 of Cups and 2 of Wands. I think, though, that the decision is being made. We are going to move towards what really lights us up here with the 9 of Cups. This is the wish card, kind of really following, like saying, well, this is something I really, really, you know, had a lot of high hopes for, but it's just not giving. And I'm at a crossroads here, but I think that you're going to choose your ultimate fulfillment here with the 9 of Cups. What makes you truly happy as an individual, and stepping away, cutting away things that that may just be blocking you from getting that final cup of fulfillment here. Okay, let's get a clarifier for the 4 of Wands. Six of Pentacles. Yes. Putting yourself in situations that respond, that where there's this energy of reciprocity. So the energy you're giving out is matched and you're receiving that back. Okay, so moving away from situations that didn't give you all the fulfillment you need, moving towards situations that are going to give back to you, that make you feel fulfilled, make you feel supported, make you feel like you're not dumping your energy into a black hole, or just like you're getting back only maybe 75% of what you put out. You know, maybe that's like more like what it feels like here, especially with the 8 of Cups. Like you're still getting something, but it's just not everything. And there's this shift towards, it's like almost like following the energy. It's like, what is giving more right now? I'm going to follow that. Because that's where you're at home. That's where you are going to feel more stable, more comfortable right now. These are 2 cards of stability. So I feel like being inspired, like feeling like naturally drawn towards what is going to be giving back to you, and kind of having the clarity of mind to notice what is actually giving back to you as well. Okay. 6 of Wands, please clarify. 3 of Swords. One more, please. Knight of Pentacles. I want to get one more. 6 of Wands, please clarify. 6 of Wands. Ace of Swords again. So I feel like there may have been this feeling of being blocked from the 6 of Wands energy in the past, and we're cutting away those blockages are. So feeling maybe like your voice isn't being heard, maybe feeling like, God, it's like I'm almost successful every time, but just not quite. And that's this energy coming through that's over here. Because the Six of Wands is about recognition, acknowledgement, people looking up to you. And I feel like you've been looking for that for a long time. Perhaps like you're in a role, or you own a business or something, and you need your voice to be heard. You need to really be recognized. But it's like there's something that is just what isn't working right now, that is almost feeling like creating this energy of inconsistency, and like maybe even like heartbreak, are causing you to lose hope into where things are going. And that's coming through here with the Ten of Swords. But I do see you getting that clarity, cutting away, okay, what is causing a heartbreak in achieving this here, what is causing a blockage in achieving this energy. And it's like working towards that. It's like shifting your focus to like a new path, like something new to really pour your heart into, to really like nurture, to really roll up your sleeves and be like fully dedicated. And it's something that's going to pay you back for your effort. Like your effort is being rewarded in equal measure. And with time and patience, this energy will start to grow with the Six of Wands. This recognition is going to be coming through. You're going to feel like, wow, people can hear me now. People can see me now. We're getting that clarity. We're clearing the clutter. We're clearing the slate. And I feel like this is going to become a lot more solid, the Six of Wands energy. This energy of recognition and being celebrated, being thought of as like a pillar of the community, or somebody like who is really strong in your field, and someone who is looked up to and respected and celebrated and heard and seen. The Knight of Pentacles makes me think that we're making a solid effort towards achieving this, and that it's not just going to be this like one and done. It's going to be like this solid, long-lasting, beautiful energy that we can enjoy for a long time. Clearing away what holds us back from there. Past, like, I think that what you're doing now, I just keep hearing the word inconsistency. There's like this energy of like making progress, and then all of a sudden it's like, hello, where is this going? And consistency needs to be restored. And I think it's just, honestly, it's just a few tweaks here in the approach, in what we really need to do. I think that you're like almost there. It's just follow where the energy is flowing. Follow where you're getting paid back for the effort that you're putting in equal measure. Okay, Queen of Swords. Please clarify. Strength. Yep. Feeling more solid. I think we need some boundaries here, some mental boundaries, maybe even physical boundaries with people, certain people that maybe are just too much in your space, have too much of a say in where you're going, what you're doing. Or maybe just learning to also kind of block. Oh my God, that was the loudest motorcycle I think I've heard in a long time. I'm so sorry. Now I just totally forgot what I was going to say. What the hell? Okay, so. Oh, that makes me so mad. So having boundaries with others, people that kind of block your clarity, have kind of too much space up in your head. Releasing that and finding strength in like your own identity, maybe not looking without, but looking more within, and learning like where you need to go, what decisions you need to make, what path you need to follow based on what makes you feel like more solid in your own identity. really kind of bring your authentic energy to the forefront here, or really doing that by setting boundaries and keeping other people's energies like out of your space, keeping like a healthy mental space. Okay. Ace of Swords, please clarify. Oh, that one's come out reversed. So, Five of Pentacles reversed. So, having a fresh mindset, getting away from lack mentality. Perhaps you've had that lack mentality here, especially with this Eight of Cups energy. And the Ten of Swords, like just this constant battle of, I feel like I am going after something that is elusive. It's not there, but it's like you feel a lot of promise, but you're not finding your fulfillment. Like you're not getting this, I keep hearing this inconsistent energy, and kind of moving away from that to where you can have a more clear mental space where you're not constantly falling into lack mentality, like, will I be without? No, you will have abundance here, because the Six of Pentacles is telling us that we're going to be getting back the energy that we're putting out. This feeling of inconsistency and like instability is falling away with the clarity that's coming through here. Okay, then we have the Nine of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So having faith in what drives you, your passions, where things are going, even when things may seem unclear, just follow what drives you. Again, this energy of boundaries. We need some boundaries with people that might have too much of a say in what we're doing, creating blocks for us, or get like distractions. Just kind of setting up those boundaries and really honoring like your journey, and fighting for your own authentic joy here. Okay, let's get some advice. Inhale, exhale, breathe. Especially if this Ten of Swords energy, like calm down out of your head, breathe. Use your breath to bring your attention back to your physical body, back to where your energy is flowing. So this energy of meditation as well, I think, is going to highlight where the energy is flowing. Like you're going to more easily connect in once you get out of your head and get into the moment. Advice for pile 2 spirit. Love your dark side too. Okay, so maybe there's some shadow work that needs to be done here to clear some space, to create more clarity. Bring that energy, bring your authentic self to the surface. Maybe parts, fragments of the self that are still hiding out in the subconscious. We need to bring them to light, because I feel like your tribe is going to connect in with you and on those parts of your authentic self, and then you're going to start attracting more energy towards you that you're looking for, because more of your authentic self is coming to the surface and is operating in conscious waking hours. So it'll be a lot easier for you to manifest as well and make the energy consistent. You have to be consistent in who you are to attract the energy that you want to attract. So focus on doing some shadow work as well. I'm seeing a lot of meditation, a lot of journaling here. Advice, spirit. Get out of your own way. Get out of your head. Again, this like darkness to light type of flow. We are ascending, your vibration is raising. rising, sorry. Your vibration is rising, you are ascending. We just have to kind of clear out some clutter that might be standing in the way of our authentic energy here. And I think that boundaries are going to be very, very, very helpful here because you're at the beginning of this manifestation. This new chapter. Like, there are a lot of blessings that can come in. We have the fresh start card here too, and the Ace of Swords. Like, literally, this is like a huge open slate for you to really manifest what aligns with who you are authentically, and to bring in the energy of consistency, to get rid of the lack mentality, to kind of really finally feel solid in who you are and appreciated and recognized. That is all coming through. We just need to do a little bit more work internally, I think, to clear away some blockages here. Being yourself is sacred at the bottom of the deck. So again, more of that authentic energy coming through. Focus on who you are. Don't be embarrassed of who you are. Celebrate that. Not saying you are embarrassed of who you are, but some of us might feel like, oh, do I really want to share with the world that I read tarot? Or do I really, there's like these hesitations because people are judgy. And that sucks. But we just kind of have to say, you know what, Judge Judy, I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. And I'm going to be the Queen of Swords. I'm going to cut out this boundary here. And I'm going to operate in my authentic energy, attract my tribe, get the energy back that I'm looking for, and finally feel fulfilled. All right. Let's get a few more advice cards for you, pile 2. The embodiment deck. This one is Inquire Within. All right. Cleanse. Decluttering and cleansing one's space and life can have such profound effects on one's overall well-being. The only thing needed to receive the new in my life is to make room for its arrival. Okay, do that shadow work. In what areas of my life is there a need for cleansing? Cleansing, clearing away a lot of Swords energy here, and fire also cleanses as well. Today I will take the time to clean an area of my home that is in need of care. So that's good at getting the energy into motion of cleansing. Just start by physically cleaning something. Let that inspire you. Okay, more advice. For pile 2. Dance. Ooh. Sorry, I like to dance. Dance is a form of movement that allows the body to release stored emotion and energy. When practiced intuitively, I am made aware of the quiet whispers within my body. When was the last time I danced freely, and how did it make me feel? Today, I will find a song that feels good and ignites me, and will move without inhibition. Try turning off the lights. I'm like, did I read that right? Try turning off the lights and explore primal movement. Ooh, but make sure you do that safely. That's cool. So maybe put on some music, clean and dance. That's what I do. It takes me hours to clean because I'm dancing the whole time. But this is like saying get your energy out of your head into your physical body so that you can stop ruminating and just take that step and start clearing space. Start processing what comes through once you get your body into physical movement. I feel like Spirit is saying we need to get you out of your head and into the physical body here. Okay. We need to take action. We need to start taking action. One more card, please. That is a lot. One more card, please. Boundaries. Here we go. In what specific areas of my life am I lacking boundaries? What might be possible if I learn to protect my energy and honor my needs? Is there something or someone I need to say no to? In creating boundaries, I am making room for healthy and life-giving relationships. Okay, so that has been reiterated. Boundaries are key get into physical movement and create boundaries in order to welcome in this new fresh chapter. Bottom of the deck is sense. Our senses are alluring forces, allowing us to take pleasure in the many gifts this life has to offer. It is through my senses that I receive information and connection with the world around me. How have my senses recently allowed me to take delight in my being? Today I will take time to honor and relish being in my body. What did I just say? Whether it be by eating a meal or more slowly or lighting up a new candle scent. Okay, so really like pay attention to being in the moment. Little moments of joy, recognize them. Don't just gloss over them by flying up into your head and thinking about all this stuff that's on your mind. How we clear the clutter, how we're going to do that is by getting out of the head and into physical movement and into the here and now, into seeing where the energy is actually flowing, what is actually coming in, what are the results you're seeing, how do you feel in this very moment, what are you doing in this very moment. So get into the here and now and just recognize how you feel moment to moment and process that as that comes through. If you find yourself flying up into your head to think about the future or the past and all the things that can go wrong, let it go, start cleaning something or start dancing or set some boundaries. But just tell yourself, we're not gonna go there. We're gonna focus on what we can do right now and then move through that energy. And I feel like you'll be inspired into the right places. You're gonna see where the energy is giving back. It's just gonna be more apparent when you're in like the here and now. You're able to see what is feeding you and what is not. Okay, pile 2. This is where I'm going to leave your reading. I hope you liked it. If you did, if it resonated, please like the video and drop a comment below. I would love your feedback. Also, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It would really help me out. And then if you're interested in booking a private reading, you can do so again by scrolling down to the description box below. There's information down there and how to do that. So thank you so much, pile 2. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye. Hi, pile 3. Welcome to your reading. So you guys selected this beautiful little amethyst and the Rainbow Heart Tarot. So we're going to take a look at the next chapter coming in for you. We're going to look at tarot as well as pre-shuffled oracle cards. And then we'll get some clarifiers and advice from Spirit. Go ahead and shuffle for a second. For those of you who are looking to book a private reading with me, information on how to do so is below in the description box. I only book readings through my website or email. I will never DM you to look for a reading or to book a reading. So know that if that happens, that person is probably a scammer. All right, one more shuffle. Okay, pile 3's next chapter. I almost said pile 4. The Hangman. 4 of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups. The Star. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords. And then followed by the Sun. Let's get your oracles. Ow, I just hit my arm. Okay. Storm. Owl. The Crone. Pile 2 also had that card. Cancer. And Angel Aura Quartz lighten up. Okay, so I think that we're going to be going through some sort of spiritual awakening at this time, or some kind of ascension. We're just getting like this moment of clarity. And I feel like that's the key that we need to really open up our hearts, our energy to growth and abundance and love. Perhaps your energy's maybe been on lockdown in a sense, where maybe you have kind of turned inward and put up some really high boundaries to protect yourself, and you're in like a nice comfort zone, but I feel like you might feel that the energy is shifting a bit, and it's time to let the walls down and open up the heart a little bit to kind of spur some growth. Maybe we feel like the energy has become stagnant, or we've been kind of stuck in a place for quite some time. And I think that we realize that this is not a result of the external environment, it is a result of choices and our internal environment and who and what we choose to let into our lives. And I feel like it's like this moment of clarity here, and like this wisdom has come in, and maybe it's from getting a fresh perspective in a way, where it's like, oh, okay, that's the problem. You know, it's kind of like, especially with the hangman and this energy of storm, it's like, and seeing the lightning, it's like choosing to take some time out, kind of maybe do some work, focus on your own growth and transformation. Maybe you've been really trying to manifest like a transformation in your life, or like a glow up. And as a result of this process, maybe you've put some boundaries up in order to allow yourself to do this work. And you've had a moment of clarity as a result of gaining this new perspective and doing this internal work. And so much wisdom has come in as a result. And it's like, now it's time to shift from lockdown to opening up and letting the walls down and kind of bringing our attention and focus to what we're creating in our life and on the external. We have Cancer energy coming in twice here. So this energy of really, I feel like you've really strengthened your intuition. Like there's some massive wisdom that has come in here, as a result of perhaps some growth and some work that you've been focused on within yourself. Tons and tons of wisdom has come in. Intuition has really developed. And these, like, the insights you get are very like keen and sharp and clear. Like your intuition is sharp. I just said sharp, but it's sharp. And it's strong. Perhaps even you've tapped into some ancient wisdom here with the crone. Like wisdom beyond your years. And I think that you might be an old soul as well, similar to pile 2. But there's been some spiritual development, and I see there's even more coming in. Like you're in this, like you are undergoing these spiritual transformations, like one after another. I mean, it's all one big journey, but it's like different legs of the journey. It's like, okay, so we learned to kind of rework things internally, gain new perspectives, get some clarity, some insights here. Now it's like, what can we do to shift things in our external world? Like the magician isn't here, but I'm getting magician vibes. And it's like, how do we manifest the things that we really truly now understand that we want in our life? How do we manifest them? And kind of using the knowledge and the wisdom gained in this time alone to really build out a beautiful life that aligns with your highest good. And also like kind of feeling drawn to follow certain paths as well, like intuitively drawn to like how to do this, to how to build out the life that you're looking to build out, the one that's going to be really fulfilling for you. There's also some healing that's going to come in as a result of doing this work as well, exploring, kind of transforming your physical environment in a way. And like perhaps even like bringing more of your like emotions into the fold here and honoring them. Like, how do I feel about this certain situation that I'm in? Like really honoring your emotions and giving them your attention. The attention they deserve. With the Nine of Swords and the Angel Aura Quartz, like Angel Aura Quartz, so Quartz is an amplifier. It's also programmable. So it's really great for healing and manifestation, which I feel like is kind of what we've been focused on here. But I think that there are still some anxieties that we have regarding like the path ahead. Like I feel like there are some uncertainties, and there's still like a little bit of this like attachment or desire to control that's making us feel out of control, and we really need to just kind of be following divine guidance. So it's like cutting away those final, learning to cut away those final bits of attachment and desire to control, and kind of just surrender to the energy of the universe and where it is guiding us here with the star. And lighten up. That's the advice on this card. So kind of get out of that like lower vibe energy of worry, and to kind of just honor the flow here with this Cancer energy as well. And with the star, honor divine guidance in your external environment. I feel like it's easy, like I feel like you've almost nailed it when it comes to like working like internally, like working on your shadow work, and perhaps you've been focusing on that or taking a time out to just kind of like really understand what's going on and just work on your own personal internal transformations here. But when it comes to shaping the outside world, that's like where we're going next. And I see that there's going to maybe be some anxiety and need and like desire to stemming from a desire to control, because the Knight of Swords indicates that this is coming from within. So I don't see like I'm not really seeing a blockage on your path, except for the fact that maybe there's like this tendency to overthink things, and perhaps it's coming outside. It's just because we're coming outside the comfort zone to learn how to really surrender and follow the flow of the universe, where the energy is pulling us, where we're being guided, divinely guided, to flow in the physical world. Okay, let's get some clarifiers here. Clarifiers for pile 2, please. I'm gonna use the Mushroom Tarot. Please clarify the Hanged Man. 6 of Pentacles. Finding that balance within. Knowing when you need rest. Knowing when to push. Getting a higher perspective on how to balance your own energy. Where you need to push your energy, where you need to retract your energy. Please clarify the Hangman. I'm going to get one more there. Knight of Wands. Also learning to trust kind of what lights you up, what drives you. Taking some time to really figure that out and to explore. To explore what inspires you. And to learn when to give energy and when to not give energy. When to give, when to rest. Okay. We've got the Four of Pentacles. Please clarify the Four of Pentacles. Just kind of flew out. The Seven of Wands. Again, more defensive energy here, more boundaries. This is just reiterating boundaries. So this is like physical boundaries, creative boundaries. Like there is this need to kind of open up the energy and get things flowing in the physical world here. These are two physical energy cards. So we've got the energy flowing within. Now we need the energy flowing in the outside world. We need to open up and learn to flow here. Where I feel like we're creating our own blockages in a way by not fully opening up and kind of surrendering to the flow of things external to self. I didn't specify what we're clarifying, so I'm going to take this as a general energy card with the Hangman showing up again. This energy of being in stagnation, but maybe it's doing internal work and achieving your own sense of balance as well and transformation there. So perhaps this is just us kind of afraid to leave that comfort zone a little bit because maybe we've mastered this space and we kind of feel comfortable hanging there. But there's this need to kind of go outside and release these boundaries and just understand maybe this Hangman also too, this Hangman energy, see this Hangman energy from another perspective and know that it served its purpose and it's time to release and move forward. Okay, please clarify the Knight of Cups. The Six of Cups. I'm gonna get one more. Please clarify the Knight of Cups. It's too many. Please clarify the Knight of Cups. That's a lot. Okay, we just need one card. Spirit, please. Four of Wands. Stability, home, celebration, kind of feeling like at home with your tribe, like things are flowing. So kind of opening up, like 4 also makes me think of the sign of Cancer, 4th house, like an intimate space, family, friends, close friends. Kind of start by opening up your energy there a little bit. Especially with the Six of Cups, like start focusing on friendships, close relationships. Just start trying to work on being more open, make more of an emotional offer in these spaces. That's gonna start getting your energy flowing there. Start with friends and family. And get used to that flow and expand from there. Let me get one more card. One more card to clarify the Knight of Cups, please. So start small, baby steps. It's like we want to have like this glow up. And I feel like we're afraid to take those steps into the external because maybe we're afraid to lose control there. and kind of like go back on our progress. But I don't think that you will. We just take baby steps here. Okay, 5 of Swords, yeah. This fear of like sabotage, if you open up, maybe not being accepted, if you open up and share. But I feel like just focus on like where your energy, like the 6 of Cups is also a really good flow of energy. It's like thinking about, it's like this energy of nostalgia and thinking about the good times, but it's like you're thinking about the good times because you felt like the energy was flowing really nicely, and it's created great, beautiful memories. And so it's like focus on where energy just kind of flows and where you feel at home, because I think that there is this fear of kind of being rejected or being sabotaged here, and maybe like with this new glow up that you've experienced spiritually, like maybe you feel like, oh, things won't align, or maybe rejected by people you already know. But even if that feeling does come up, just know that then you know that that's not your tribe, you know? And your tribe is out there. So work on discovering who belongs in that space. We'll be working on who's discovering who belongs in that space. Oh my gosh, I cannot talk today. Okay, please clarify. These cards are jumping everywhere. Please clarify the Star. 8 of Wands. Okay, I feel like once you get through this like initial hesitation and opening up and offering yourself emotionally to others, becoming emotionally available to others, there's a fear there. But I feel like once we do that, I feel like we're gonna fall into a groove here, and like really the energy is gonna really start to get moving, and you're gonna really start to see where you need to flow next, and how, like, I just feel like you're gonna really feel connected in with divine guidance here, and you're gonna know when you're on the right path, if you're with the right people, you're surrounding yourself with the right people, you're going in the right direction, and in your physical environment here. I feel like you're really gonna lock into that, and like you're going to just all of a sudden, like, it's like tiptoeing, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, let's just blast off here. Kind of feeling like you're really getting your sea legs very quickly here, coming back more into the physical world after this spiritual glow up that maybe you spent some time isolating yourself working on. Nine of Swords, please clarify. 10 of Cups. Are you afraid of abundance? Are you afraid of having this? Are you afraid of, maybe there's too much pressure here. You're putting too much pressure on yourself of achieving beautiful things. Like, I think that, like, there's this worry about missteps and like falling back on your progress here, when really the energy just flows effortlessly. Like, follow the most effortless flow of energy, the most effortless path for you. If you feel like you're bumping into sabotage, or you feel like you're bumping into people that don't accept you, pull your energy away from those situations and put it towards something that does give back. Kind of like this energy of reciprocity. Follow what gives back to you. Follow what fulfills you. You don't need to like know perfectly every step that you're gonna take at every moment, right? There's divine guidance here. I feel like with your intuition and divine guidance, you won't be led in the wrong direction. So if you find that you're flying up into your head and kind of worrying about taking a misstep here and falling back on your progress, maybe feeling rejected by others as a result of the changes you've gone through, just know that that's a state of mind. And that's something that you can go within to work through. You can also get your energy into physical movement to pull yourself out of your mind, because the more that you focus on anxieties, the more you're going to block this abundance that really wants to come through for you. We just need to lighten up. We need to surrender. We need to flow. You've made great progress internally, and now it's time to show that beautiful new self to the world. And you will find your sea legs, and you will find who aligns with you. There may be some changes that we need to make here, but your abundance is out there. So if you find yourself ruminating or worried about missteps, try not to worry about it. Try to lighten up. Makes me think, like, make yourself laugh. Like, just bring yourself, especially with the Six of Cups energies, bring yourself into energy that kind of just flows naturally in your environment. That feels comfortable for you. Like, don't isolate yourself, but just do things that bring you joy and bring you happiness and make you feel like ease and flow. Bottom of the deck energy is the Knight of Swords. So really getting that clarity and charging forward, especially with the Eight of Wands here. I feel like you're going to get the sea legs quickly. You're going to really get your stability quickly and like figure out where you want to go quickly. And I feel like you're going to cut away also to things that aren't supportive of your new journey, your new chapter. Any people, places, and things that hold you back, you're going to just cut it away. Hope you like the sound effects. Okay, let's get some advice for you guys. Pile 3. We're going to use Inquire Within. Advice for pile 3. It is within reach. Don't worry about it. Your 10 of Cups is within reach. Your success in the physical world is within reach. I just feel like you're transforming, redesigning your life, and you started internally and now you want to bring this out external. And it's all within reach. Just stay focused on where you want to go, who your tribe is, who makes you happy, where you feel a flow of energy, where you're divinely guided, and just kind of run with that. Seek inspiration in unusual places. So break outside of your comfort zone here with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Hang out with new people. Go meet new people. Do a meetup. Get yourself out of these like old situations. Your energy is you've done like a spiritual glow up. You've done maybe some shadow work, and it's time to bring your new self out into the world. So don't go back into the old places. I mean, go back and say hello to familiar faces, but try something new. See where your energy guides you. Content with what I already have. Okay, so that's going to help release this pressure. And know that you've done the work. You're an amazing person. You've achieved great levels. You've achieved great things on a personal level here. You've done that work. You've done very important work that a lot of people hesitate to do because it's challenging. And you now have this like beautiful, authentic energy that needs to come out. So be content with the fact that you are in a great place on a personal level, and know that that's where everything starts anyway. And if you feel like anything in your life isn't really aligning with your own authentic energy, just be content with the energy that you've worked so hard to cultivate within yourself, to bring your natural, authentic, beautiful self out. Be content with who you are, with what you have achieved, and go to where you're guided. Go to where that energy draws you, to where it leads you, to where it flows. And don't worry about what is going to come in the future, because I feel like blessings are coming in. And the more you worry about it, the more you potentially could block these blessings. So just kind of focus on the here and now, what you have in the moment. Know that you've done the work, you've achieved great things, and if you feel like you might be approaching a setback, or the energy is just not flowing, just know that we just need to redirect things a little bit. And rest at the bottom of the deck. Yes, take your time. Make sure that you have healthy boundaries so that you can have time for yourself, for self-care. And you're moving a lot of energy. You're doing a lot of work here. So make sure you rest so that your energy is balanced. You're in a calm state of mind. You're operating from a full cup. You feel more whole, and that you can approach things in a very clear-headed way. Okay. Let's get a few more advice cards here for pile 3. Advice for pile 3. That's way too many. Complete. Can I recall a time that I felt whole and complete? What does it look like to feel whole and yet still yearn for more? Am I believing that once I receive something, then I'll feel complete? Who I am today is fully complete. And I rest in knowing that nothing is needed or required of me to be complete. Yes, you are complete in who you are, all the work that you've done. So be content in that. Feel like you're blessed with what you have already, and then anything else that comes in is just a cherry on top. Okay, stretch. The definition of stretch is to be made or be capable of being made longer or wider without tearing or breaking. By engaging the muscles actively, I expand what is possible in my body. Yes, so get into physical movement. Open up. Expand. What part of my body have I neglected and is longing for expansion and connection? I feel like the heart space. Today, I will spend 10 minutes consciously stretching and moving 3 parts of my body. Try cat-cow stretching. That's going to open your heart space as well. That's a yoga move. You can Google that. Okay, one more. Pile 2 got this card as well. Our senses are alluring forces, allowing us to take pleasure in the many gifts this life has to offer. It is through my senses that I receive information and connection with the world around me. How have my senses recently allowed me to take delight in my being? Today I will take time to honor and relish being in my body, whether it be by eating a meal more slowly or lighting up a new candle scent. So be in the here and now. That's going to help you see where the energy is flowing, where you're being driven. It's going to help you see where there's blockages in your physical environment as well. Okay, bottom of the deck is rest. Oh my gosh, you got that twice. Guess you guys need to take a nap. Rest is essential for a healthy and harmonious mind, body, and soul connection in a world where hustle is all too often praised. Rest is one of the most underrated tools for increased efficiency, creativity, and health. Has my current schedule been helping me or deterring me from experiencing more in my life? Today, I will take a step towards prioritizing rest and eliminate any unnecessary tasks and activities. Yes, so clear distractions. Allow yourself time and space to move through energy, to move through your environment as you continue to design it and build it out. Make sure the people that you want in it are there. You're moving a lot of energy. You need rest. Make sure you create healthy boundaries, especially when you run into energies that you do not want in your space, that maybe don't feel conducive to building this new environment that you're looking to build, a new leveled up environment that kind of aligns with the spiritual growth that you've maybe perhaps gone through more recently, and the clarity and insight that has come in. You've developed a lot of really great tools. Your intuition, I feel like, is on fire. So just trust and let it guide you here. All right, pile 3, this is all I have for you today. If you liked this reading or if it resonated, I would love it if you hit the like button and drop me a line down in the comments. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. That would be really helpful for me. Again, if you're interested in booking a private reading, information on how to do that is down below in the description box. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in your next reading. Bye!